was centered on perseverance and steadfastness when it comes to Allah's calamity afflicted on a people. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was asked by one of the companions, who are the segments of the population on which Allah will send more affliction. And Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, responded, the messengers of Allah. And after that, the worthy servants that come after them to propagate Islam, and then their followers, and so on and so on. He gave the example of Prophet Adam, whose son was killed. Prophet Noah, who preached for almost 1,000 years, 950 and more years of preaching, and just a few of the cohabitants followed him. They used to throw a big rock to him until he passed out, and they thought that he was gone, he was dead. They would throw him away, and he would be wakened again by the Almighty Allah, and he would keep on preaching. Prophet Abraham was thrown into a pit of fire, and Allah ordered the fire to cool down, but also to be of peace and redemption to Prophet Abraham. Prophet Musa was persecuted with his people until we remember the story on the Red Sea, where Allah ordered him to cast his staff on the sea to escape with his people, and Pharaoh perished with his followers. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was persecuted. They levied an embargo on him and his people for 3 years. No one was allowed to deal with them, do commerce with them, or have any cordial relationship with them. And he still showed steadfastness and patience and faith with Allah. The Ahmadu Bamba, our beloved leader, also we remember, was persecuted for a better part of his life. He himself was thrown into a pit of fire, and the angels of battle came to his rescue, and he asked them, did you have permission from the Almighty God? The Almighty Allah, when they answered no, he told them, leave me with my Lord. Allah is sufficient for me in terms of a succor to me. And he asked for his means of worshiping Allah, and when he readied himself to continue worshiping, he turned and someone grabbed him by his shoulders and got him out of the pit of fire and told him to continue the work of his Lord. And when he turned, it was his mother, Sohna Jara Busu, radiallahu anha. Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba's father himself, also Imam Moulana Tasali, wrote a letter of consolation to his father, Imam Balla, when one of his sons, the elder brother of Sheikh Moulana Tasali, was killed, to give him multiple examples of worthy servants of Allah who underwent afflictions of Allah, and to tell him to please, Father, be patient and continue your faith with Allah. These were reminders that the Imam gave us to just tell us that the affliction that we're having now in our holy city of Khoutba, which is a flood, is not major compared to what our ancestors and pioneers underwent. We don't solve it by having marches or protesting on the streets. That is not the way we do things in our congregation or in Islam. We have to show patience and faith in Allah, knowing that this affliction is simply a test for our faith and for Allah to send us blessings that will make us forget these afflictions. When it comes to the state and their duty to help with streets and other means of civil engineering, that is their responsibility, and they are encouraged to help us and continue helping the population so that we can live a better life in our beloved country of Senegal. This is a summary of what he gave us as a beautiful Khoutba. May Allah reward him and make us part of those who listen and obey the decrees of Allah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.